Turning now to who will be on the ballot for the North Carolina U.S. Senate seat in November. Democrat Cheri Beasley will face off against Republican Ted Budd. Budd beat out former Governor Pat McCrory and former Congressman Mark Walker. We have reaction from the candidates tonight.
Yeah, WCNC Charlotte's Chloe Leshner joining us live in Charlotte with what the candidates are saying, what this means for this upcoming fall election. A pretty quick night, Chloe.
Yeah, hey, Jane and Vanessa. It was an early night for the U.S. Senate race. Both Democrat Cheri Beasley and Republican Ted Budd were projected as the winners before 8 o'clock. So now we are looking towards what is sure to be a competitive and closely watched general election in the fall. Now, former governor and Charlotte Mayor Pat McCrory held a watch party here at Selwyn Pub in South Charlotte tonight, where he accepted defeat. Shortly after announcing his Senate bid, he started out ahead in the polls. But tonight, once the ballots were cast, he was mainly supported by voters in Mecklenburg County. In his concession speech tonight, he separated himself from former President Donald Trump, saying they support the same politics but not the same values. And he said it is time for an evaluation of the Republican Party.
There's a reason 37% of the North Carolinians are independent voters. And both the Republican and Democratic Party better wake up to that in North Carolina for the general election.
Meanwhile, Congressman Ted Budd celebrated his big win in Davie County. He was endorsed by former President Donald Trump early on, and the Super PAC, Club for Growth, threw a ton of money behind ads supporting him. He spoke about his 100-county tour of the state and how he's seen the impact rising costs have had on the people of North Carolina, saying now is the time for a change in the Senate.
Now, we need to pull together, and we need to look to the real race in November. So I was glad to see that many of the events that we all participated in, each one of us took a unity pledge, and we raised our hand to support the eventual winner of this primary. And that sends a clear message to the Democrats that this party is united and is poised to take back the Senate and to save this country.
Beasley is now the first black Democratic Senate nominee in the state. She's a former Chief Justice of the North Carolina Supreme Court and easily won the party's nomination in this election. She has acknowledged that it will be a tough race in the fall and says there's a lot at stake right now, regardless of your political party.
In this moment, we have the power to bring change to this state. In this moment, we have the power to restore our values to our government in Washington. In this moment, we have the power to protect our rights. And so in this moment, we commit to come together, to seize this moment and fulfill the promise of this country we love for generations to come.
Now, political experts say it is typically the president's party who lose seats in the midterm elections. So this race here in North Carolina, certainly one to watch come the fall. Live in Charlotte, Chloe Leshner, WCNC Charlotte.
Yes, Chloe, certainly so, one to watch. And we want to dive into those numbers that we're seeing right now. Chloe had talked about kind of a quick projection for that Senate race. You know, it took less than 20 minutes after polls closed for the AP to project the winners in both U.S. Senate primaries. Taking a look on the Republican side, we saw Ted Budd carrying every North Carolina county except Mecklenburg County, which favored Pat McCrory. Perhaps not a surprise given McCrory's tenure as the mayor in Charlotte, but perhaps what would be surprising is here with 99% of precincts reported in Mecklenburg, the edge that McCrory has over Budd is actually very minimal, 77 votes. Now, Chloe alluded to this. On the Democratic side, you could see Cheri Beasley here with close to 84% of the votes, carrying all 100 North Carolina counties. Certainly a much more pronounced victory on the Democratic side.